Hey guys, welcome back to the 415 podcast with your girls, Miss B and Kita, because I don't know what's how she on. So, how is everybody doing? I know some states y'all might be. Is anybody in phase 3, phase 4? Because New York, New Jersey, they in phase 2 starting last week.
I don't even know what phase Georgia's in. I don't think we ever hit a phase.
We was like, bye.
Yeah, I think we lasted maybe 2 weeks in the house and
That's funny.
maybe 3 weeks, and after that, people was like, you know what? I'm done. Restaurants were still open, not for dining, but
yeah. Well, so you all know this is episode, I think, 106.
Mm-hmm.
Unlearning. Unlearning. The opposite of learning. Okay, that's what we're talking about. But I just wanted to throw it out there early, so you know what's gonna be going down. But last week
we was on one.
Yes, we was yeah. Instagram, Twitter, social media was popping. I saw shout outs to Twitter because they've been posting a lot of Black Lives Matters posts, like Twitter posts, like on billboards in different states. They did it in Times Square in New York City. They did it, well, in New York, since I said states. They did it in California. It was just cool to see a lot of people posed up like, ow. I thought that was cool. I also wanted to throw out this random. Michael Jackson always had on his mask. I don't know if I said that last week, but it was on my mind this week. He always had on his mask, and everybody was looking at him like he was crazy.
And every time you go to the nail shop, they had their mask on.
Right. And why we didn't have ours on?
Now we all got masks on.
Right.
Mask on.
So the nail shop can wear masks because they know the fumes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No good for you. But they're not giving out masks when you walk in. A lot to think about when you really dissect this whole 2020. Because we're not ever going to move the same way we moved before 2020. And if you are, that's a problem. You got to check yourself. You got to unlearn some things.
Right.
That's what you got to do. So
I will.
No, go ahead.
Let y'all know I ain't got it today. There's a migraine brewing. There is a migraine brewing in this head right now. So
she's gonna have the extra chinky eyes.
Yes.
I'll be the personality for today.
I can feel it. It's like, hey girl, I'm here. I'm about to mess up your whole day.
Ooh, what's that?
Don't you feel me on your back and your neck? Ow. And now I'm at your head.
Sorry, I can't make you laugh, right?
That's what it feels like. Like, yeah, girl.
Dang.
You thought you was doing something today, huh?
They sure know how to come out of nowhere. You like, wait, I was just fine this morning when I woke up now.
Bruh.
I was telling Kita, like, I used to pop them. Well, let me not say it like that. I used to take Motrin and Advil when I had headaches, but then everybody just started getting on like this natural kick, like listen to your body. Because we be like, we gotta go to the doctor, something ain't right. But it's just like, what isn't right? What happened that led to this thing? So I'm like, okay, I got a headache. So what'd you do? Who did you talk to? What did you eat? What did you drink or not drink? Now, if you have answers to those, drill down.
And I don't even have an answer to that because I didn't eat or talk to nobody crazy. I didn't think about nobody, want nobody on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Nobody, baby.
So I couldn't even tell you. Well, I didn't go to sleep until 4:00 in the morning.
That could be it. Lack of sleep because you didn't get a full night's rest.
And I'm afraid that I can't go to sleep now.
Gotta work tomorrow.
Because I gotta work tomorrow, then I'm gonna be up all night. So I'm gonna have to wait till around about 8:00. I'm gonna have to get. See, I figured it out, right? I have to eat as much as I can to get very, very full. Fill my stomach up with food and water, and then my stomach gonna be hurting. Like, oh my god, I feel so. And I'm like, you know what? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep then, and you go home to sleep. That's how I gotta do it. I gotta get full. I gotta get full. Drink a lot of liquid.
You gotta get in the itis.
I gotta get in the itis mode, and then by 9:00, I'm gonna be tired and be like, y'all gotta go to sleep.
That's funny. That's funny. It's like my body just know. I be trying to hang on because I'm over here trying to still binge watch shows. Well, just one show. And it hit like 10. I'm like, girl, you know you're supposed to be kind of winding down. You got this light in your eye.
Right.
Then I moves on to my room, and then I got my phone in my hand for another hour. So I just messed myself up again. But you know what else? The heat could have something to do with the migraine as well. So that's another part.
It wasn't hot
another
yesterday.
Factor. Oh, I was gonna say that's another factor.
You know, I realized the other day that my house was 80 degrees. I said, wait a minute. This is unlike you. It's usually ice cold in your house, child. Yeah, and you know.
All right.
You know how I like my house. I like my house to be cold.
And that's why I always gotta have a robe at her house, because it's always cold.
It gotta be cold in my house. Like, I
gotta have socks on.
No, no heat, no warmth, no nothing. I need to be able to get under my blanket and be comfortable. That's how cold it gotta be in my house.
That's funny. Well, you better get this headache together, this migraine situation, because the work week is upon us in a couple of hours.
Well, July 4th is on Saturday. I got a 4-day work week. Hello.
Oh yeah, we off on Friday, so short week, which means you got to cram.
Cram.
But to be honest, I would love a 4-day week to have Friday off, 3-day weekend. I would love to have that. I would do that extra 2 hours, an hour and a half.
14 is.
I would do it. Yeah. But for this episode of Unlearning, I came across a tweet about like stress or something like that. And someone asked the person like who posted, they were like, well, what, steps did you take to kind of get away from stress? The first thing was, she said therapy, but within that she said unlearning. And I said, dang, that's a message. Let's talk about it, because you realize that we're so stuck in a lot of things because of what we were taught, what we learned, and over time, it just became like the thing that we believed in, the way we move. So what really is unlearning? It's literally like the process of discarding something from your memory that you previously learned, pretty much. So it's like taking what you done, took all these years to learn, and being like, you know what? No, that's it.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do, but not really, because it's just like when you're deciding that you want to take a healthier lifestyle. I mean, all the years you've been eating crazy food or not exercising, and now you're deciding consciously to take the initiative to change that up. So you're just learning to eat better. You're learning to be more active, and once you keep doing that on a repetitive, doing it repetitively, your body starts to get used to it. And when you don't do it, it's like your body's like, wait a minute, hold on. I
Hmm.
don't feel right. You ain't do something today. What's going
Mhm.
on? So it's just same.
So it's like you got to unlearn your process of grocery shopping, your
Right.
old process. Okay, so we're not gonna go down this aisle. We're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
down the aisle that everybody passed by. Produce.
Mm-hmm.
You need more color in your cupboard or in your
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, my top thing that I want to unlearn is stress. Like they do say there's good stress and bad stress, but I just feel like I have so much bad, but it stems from one place. Just
Mm-hmm.
one. It's not stress over everything. It's just this one area.
Right.
So it's like, how do you stop? Because everything they say is like, if you keep doing something, what is it? 14, 20 days or whatever, it becomes a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a habit. I don't know the exact day or time, but if you keep doing something, like you said, repetitively, your body will start to take on. Your mind will start to be like, okay, this is the new way. Okay, this is the new process. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. So I want to start the process of unlearning stress, worry, fear, anxiety, which is kind of coupled with worry, thinking the worst,
Mm-hmm.
because you ain't even go through it yet, and you're already like, oh, if this happens, then,
Mm-hmm.
which brings on all the other things that I listed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the first step is probably to just be like, all right, just be in the moment, really. Be in the moment. How hard is that? We never live in the moment. We always living in the past.
Living in the moment is not hard
So why some people can't do it then?
because they like control.
There you go. That's another one of mine.
Once you learn, it's not saying that control is bad, but sometimes you got to learn to not. You got to learn to relinquish the control in certain situations because you'll
Hmm.
never enjoy what's happening in the moment if you keep trying to. Well, life trying to take you this way, but you're like, no, I want to come this way, and you're like, but life is trying to take you here, but you steady trying to hold the reins, and that's you stressing out because that path that you're going on may not be the path you're supposed to be on.
Yeah. And the way you have it mapped out in your mind is not the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
It's not
then,
it.
with stress with me, I've learned it depends. So I've been able to master not to stress about my job because
Mm.
my job don't stress about me
Mm.
after, you know,
And that's a
you
way to
know,
do it.
so not saying that there's people at work that don't care, but when I'm saying the entire corporation, they don't go home and say, hey, I wonder if Marquita's stressed out. They're not thinking about that. So
Right.
I had to learn, like, you can't stress about something that ain't stressing about you.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes like to people, of course, we do tend to stress if with certain people in our life. But
Mm-hmm.
then at one point, just like, okay, for instance, when I was married,
Yep.
that time when we separated from living with each other to so that was like June, July, August, August. At first I was like, oh my God, August.
Can't do it.
August came and a light bulb hit and was like, girl, I know you're not stressing about him because he's damn sure not stressing about you. He's not worried about what you're doing because he's over there doing whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you must well get yourself about the house and do. So from that,
Mm-hmm.
it allowed me to click, and I was like, okay, boom,
Mm-hmm.
that's it for me.
Yeah.
And from that point, so I may hold up when it comes to different people in my life. There
Mm-hmm.
may be a time period, but then something clicks.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, you know what? You're right. It's time to go. Time to move on. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The work thing, that's a good approach. Why should I stress if they're not stressing about me? But we all have a deadline to meet. So we all stress about the deadline. But the thing about it is, if it's not on your end, if the fix is not on your end, you should not be stressed or stressing out at all.
But this my thing, it's gonna get done. Because whether
if it's
you
late
there
or not,
whether you there or not, it's gonna get done regardless. The deadline is gonna get met because guess what? The reputation is there. So it's gonna get met at any point. Not saying that you don't care about your job. Not saying that you don't want to make sure that you perform it at a quality that is expected. But at the end of the day, if something was to happen to you today, where you could not go into work, the job is going to get done. And that's what I had to learn. Like, it's going to get done regardless. Whether if I finish it at 6 o'clock or if I come in tomorrow and it get done by 12, it's going to get done. Like, point blank, period. So I had, hey.
Again, unlearning. It's not something that, is going to be easy from jump because you're so accustomed to doing things the way you do it. But again, like, if you want to be better, you have to cut some things out. You got to, change up the way you think, change up the way you move. So this episode is really for me.
And then with fear, I think a lot of our parents or growing up instill a lot of fear into us, like, don't do that because you're going to do this. It's like, don't do that.
You're projecting.
Yeah, it's like, and I feel like a lot of times, a lot of us don't go on the path that we should be going on because the fear that our parents or the fear that your family has put into us because of their fear. So it stops us from doing what we want to do, or stops, whoever from doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
There's a lot of things I should have been doing. I wanted to go study or teach abroad, and family was like, you going to what country? Don't we got problems with that country? Don't the country got problems with other countries? And I'm not even thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going over here and I'm going like, this is a great opportunity. It gives me a whole new outlook. I get to go and be in some new place, something I've never done before, I've never been, and I get to adapt to a different culture. And that kind of would have been a good challenge, for anybody, really, when you think about it. It's just like, why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want to try something new? Challenge yourself to see where you can do, where you can live, if you can communicate, if you can learn new languages, you know what I mean? But who won? Family. As y'all can see, I'm still here. Because the family projected their fear, and it's like your parents or your grandparents really didn't travel to other countries like that. Unless, they were in the war or whatever. But they didn't take trips. So all they knew was the state they lived in.
Right.
They barely left the state. So here we are, us millennials or whatever, we out here traveling, taking trips. We on planes, we over here, we over there, we on ships. Come on. We don't have the fear that they have when it comes to like leaving what you're comfortable, in or with. So like I had an aunt would tell me, you got to be safe over there. Don't go to Jamaica. They this, they that, they did. But you ain't never been there. You going off of what you heard or what you read somewhere that probably ain't even true.
Right.
I done been there, twice? And when I tell you, they've been nice to be. You just know where you don't go. If you ain't got, a friend who's from there to take you into town, you just stay where you're supposed to stay at. But again, that system, that mindset of, operating in fear and everything, that's one thing I feel like is a hindrance. Right.
You gotta stop. We gotta stop doing it. Like even with my son, like I don't tell him, like, you better stop before you mess something up. You'll figure it out. You can figure it out. But if it comes to like an obligation, like if I put him on sports or something, he don't want to play no more. No, you sticking it out because that's what you committed to.
Yeah.
You made a commitment and that's what you're gonna do. But you know, if it's something else, they like with him, I really feel like my child will be driving by the time he hits 13.
He probably already know how to drive.
Because he watches me. If he sit in the front seat, he watching me as I maneuver the stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, when I seen him do that one day, I was like, yep, buddy. Yep, you better put them keys up because as soon as he hit to a certain age, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
he probably got his own key check.
Right. And I was even thinking the other day, I was like, well, I have 2 cars. And I was like, this one, the one I bought actually could be his car.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets older.
Start a car.
Because he was 10 now. Like I said, by 13, he probably gonna be driving.
Starter cars, everything.
Hey, so because I want something different anyway. So I'm just like, well, hell, he could. Hey, it still be in style. He'd be all right.
Right. It's true. Don't instill fear in your kids. Just give them facts.
Oh yeah, we give them facts.
Facts.
He scared himself with facts.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Don't give them what you feel because that's not gonna help. That's not it. So, funny story. Like right before this, I was trying to do research on this topic of unlearning, and Keita let me run down this daggone dark hole, and then was like, you really can't research this, right?
You can't. It's all about your mind, man.
Because it's crazy because I was really trying to find articles and there weren't too many about it. Everything that I looked where it said unlearning, it was talking about learning. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's not what I want. I want to know the opposite. Mm-mm. So like Keita said, it's like, you have to do this yourself. You have to make the necessary changes to unlearn, to discard, to remove from memory. Just like you on your computer when you're trying to clear stuff out. You're trying to clear that cache because you don't want it to be there. Hello now. Come on, somebody. You better
cache.
Hey,
have that predicted stuff coming up. Oh, what is it? What you want to do? No.
Yeah.
Let's clear it out.
Come on.
So you don't know what I'm looking for.
Yep. You got to, if you want the advertisers to stop following you from page to page, from social media to social media, clear your cache.
Or go to the incognito tab.
Exactly. See, everybody don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know how to use Twitter.
I don't understand it. How you don't know how to use Twitter?
And look, and when you be tweeting stuff, when you go, and I be like, who they did? What? Man, leave this to her because I ain't doing
Twitter is my thing. I've been on Twitter since literally since it started. I remember when they was talking about it on 106 and Park.
But I have a Twitter account that I've had since that time too, but I just don't I'm gonna have to start getting back into Twitter. Like it's just easy for me.
Twitter's cool because it's literally like you gotta use your characters. It's not a video platform. It's more of a getting your word out. It's more writing. That's what it is. It's like more of that. And hashtags are your friend. Hashtags are your friend. But yeah, Twitter's cool. But thinking the worst, trying to be in control. Those are the things I really want. And when I say thinking the worst, it's like having a backup plan. Like, this is what I'm going to do today. But if this don't work out, or something bad happened, we got this over here. Whereas, like, there's a lot of people who just go through life like, okay, whatever. And that's why they don't be stressing. They ain't got a care in the world because it's like, oh, this traffic? I didn't know. All right, well, this that's a good time. Just chill, relax my mind. And I'm over here like, oh, why go this way? Google, why you didn't tell me you could? All of that energy for what? What you mad at?
They'd be like, Keita, what you want to do?
So yeah,
you don't know nothing. Whatever y'all trying to do. I'm about to stress out. But no. Whatever y'all decide.
For real. So yeah, I mean that's that's really what it is. We're just having a conversation on the podcast about this. Remove what you've been doing and go the other way. Sorry, this wasn't a cracking up episode, but it's important to unlearn because it gives you a whole new perspective.
Right. I mean, this could be another quarantine lesson 105.
Right. Use this time.
Unlearn some things, break some cycles.
Break some curses.
Learn some lessons, break some curses. A lot of people are jacked up on the things that they had no control over. It was just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and then you don't know why you act a certain way, why you do things a certain way, or those people were like, I've been like this all my life, and then no, change it, change that.
All my life I had to fight.
Change that. Just because you've been doing something all your life don't mean it's right.
Yep.
Don't mean it's right.
I just searched unlearning in Twitter, and somebody said there's so much unlearning I have to do about what freedom and success looks like. Unlearning is harder than learning.
Yes.
It's time to unlearn our false teachings.
Yes.
Unlearning is also part of the growing experience. So yeah, there's a lot of people out here.
Because even think about it, right? Because me and Ms. B was having this conversation about, well, I was bringing it up. I was in the car and I seen that Beyonce is about to release a film called Black Man is King or something like that. Don't quote me, Beehive. And I think you said that a lot of people wasn't feeling it, or wasn't.
They weren't feeling Black Parade. Right. A lot of people, yeah.
Right. So the thing is with Black Parade, because Beyonce is on a whole nother wave, what she's talking about is making those uncomfortable who lacks the understanding of what she's actually talking about. So if you don't understand what she's talking about, and you see a lot other people like that who understands what she's talking about on a whole nother level, it's like, wait a minute. So what you mean to tell me she into all this other stuff and da 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 da? And because she's not really talking. All she's talking about is spirituality, and because some people connect spirituality with like devil and voodoo and hoodoo and all this other stuff that we asked that was ours, but we was told that it was wrong. Because they're not comfortable with it, they're gonna look at it. They're not gonna want to understand it, basically. So even when going into spirituality, there's a lot of things that you have to unlearn to grasp the things about where you actually came from or what actually was yours. So I get it. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. But that's another thing of unlearning to learn. You know what I'm saying? So even with all these things with the statues and the Confederacy and the Confederate flag and all this other stuff, like a lot of white people, they don't want to learn that Black people were more than just slaves and savages. We were more than that. They're mad because we're taking it. We're taking their history now, but y'all took ours.
I don't know how they try to say savage because we ain't that.
No, I'm just saying that's all they think we are. It was slaves and savages. Like we were some people who were uneducated. We didn't know anything. 100. We taught y'all. Get your life.
I keep muting y'all because I got a thumper downstairs. Act like they weigh like
She's thumping like baby.
but you act like you the same weight as a bear. Like, why are you walking so hard? Anyway, back to my thing. So somebody else said unlearning bad habits like falling in love.
That is a good one. I need to unlearn that.
There's a lot that we can change. There's a lot that we can actually, dig into to change up. We have so much in our minds that cause us to make some really crazy decisions.
I really want to learn to not fall in love. Not saying I don't want to fall in love, but
you want to unlearn how?
Not to fall
or how long it takes you to. Like, do you feel like you fall in love too fast? Long pause.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother episode.
Well, no. I don't fall in love fast. I just care too deeply, too fast. That's my thing. And I want to learn to not care too deeply.
So we can add that to both of our lists because we care too much. And it's not even like, that's just how we are. We want to make sure everybody's okay. We'll ask ourselves, are we okay like 10 years later?
Like I'll be sitting around mad as crap.
And don't know
mad. And then I still text somebody else, hey, I just wanted to make sure you was good. Knowing damn well I ain't good. That's some bull.
She asked me though.
I'm sorry.
She didn't ask me. But yeah.
Whatever.
That's what it is, y'all. Somebody said unlearning your bias is hard. It's a lot in here. But yeah. Discarding something from memory takes time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not easy.
Just like learning something, it takes time as well. But going the opposite direction. Habits. Got to make stuff a habit.
Yep, it's all about habits. Like I'm gonna start getting here doing yoga. I'm trying to be 2021 because 2020 is canceled. So 2021, honey, I'm about to be yoga. I'm about to get here and start doing yoga. I'm telling you, I'm gonna master this headstand. I'm telling you. Okay. I want to get this headstand. I'm like, yo, if I could do a headstand, yo, body gonna be like, wow. And I'm in here contemplate if I want to cut my hair because I'm like 10 pounds away from my.
She gonna be over here like this.
Go away.
Short head on head.
Damn. I might have to keep it a little longer so I can get braids.
Well, this is long.
That's what I'm saying. I might have to keep it a little longer so I can get braids.
Y'all thought my hair was real short. Shrinkage is real. But yeah, I'm happy. Unlearning. Yeah. I'm happy.
I am too. I just can't tell today.
Got a migraine. So hopefully somebody was able to take something away from here. 1 word, 2 words, a sentence, whatever. Maybe it'll light that fire for you so that you can start the process of unlearning. So it's episode 106. Your girls, Miss B and Keita, of here, the 415 podcast. Until then, we gonna see y'all. And have a great week. Be kind. Be nice. Give somebody a compliment. Okay? And don't expect it back. Nope. Toodles.